fat chance it's going to be escaping from here. But now I guess Anderssen wanted getting his other pieces more involved. We see queen to f3, and that's probably supporting any attacks on the queen later on. Not only that, but it's also now this bishop can at any given time can just come here, snag up the pawn. The queen can't take back because then queen takes, and that'll just be devastating for black. Black doesn't want it, black doesn't want that. Excuse me. Um, so queen to f3, and then we have knight to g8. Um, Sorry, excuse me. Knight to g8. So that move was made. I know it's going back to g8, its original starting square, but that's to give this queen a little bit of room for an escape. Because as you can see, this queen is just it's getting trapped here, and that's another reason why the queen to h4 at the beginning is not played anymore. Because if you have a great player like Anderssen, who really knows the lines of this the King's Gambit, then this is exactly what happens. So we have knight to g8, and then we have bishop takes on f4, attacking that queen, and the queen retreats back now to f6. So really, now this is the point where white is developed greatly. Like, remember before when I said that he doesn't have a lot of developing opportunities? It's because white has just continuously attacked at this queen that has been trapped here in this area, and in doing so he has developed his pieces. So now we see this knight, this bishop, this queen, and it's all on the king side, just overloading the king side. And that's the point of the king's gambit, is just to attack, 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 pretty much everything that can be attacked. um, so we have queen to f6, and then we have knight to c3, continuing on with development. Um, Sorry here, guys. Knight to c3, and then we have bishop to c5, which is just attacking that unprotected. Well, it is protected, but obviously you do want to trade a bishop for a rook. That's generally a good move. But here we have Anderssen. He disregards the safety of that rook at the moment and plays knight to d5. Of course, it is attacking the queen, and it's also a threatening knight to c7 here, which would fork both the king and the rook. So here, so after knight to d5, we had queen takes on b2, and now this rook is just being attacked, and you'd expect, someone to move the rook out of the way and kind of get protection from this king, like mover slides it down to the e file here or something, just to protect it. I mean, you don't want to lose your rooks. But Kieseritzky, once again, disregards both of them, and instead, sorry, he plays bishop to d6. And this is really a great move, because if you look at it, the king has no white squares to go to. This white square here, this white square here, they're both occupied by pawns currently. So really, the king can only move to a black square, and this bishop here at the moment is restricting these squares and these squares. So really, the only move here for the king, if he is checked by a knight, because you can't block a knight, would be to come to d8. So that is why that is a great move. It's netting it out. So there's no king can't move to any of those squares. Right now the only one here is square on d8 if it is checked. So here we have black just taking material, I guess. But this actually ended up being black's downfall here. He should have maybe realized that this attack on the king was really great. There's not much now that can be done after this move, but so here we have, so it was bishop to d6, and then we have bishop takes on g1, and then we have e5. And this is another great move because this queen can no longer come in here. And that's what I mean, that once that rook is taken, or any rook is taken, this move here, e5, the queen can't just come back in here, slide down here, and help out anymore because this pawn is just restricting it. Um, and that was really that was pretty much the end here for black, I would say. But instead, the game continued on with queen takes on a1. The king moves up here to e2, and it was said here that at this point, Kieseritzky resigned because I find this really amusing. Anderssen actually told him the mating sequence, told him how he was going to beat him and how he was going to mate him, and there was nothing that black could actually do to prevent this. So this is really funny. I'm not sure if the rest of the game actually happened, but this is the lines that I found. So here we have knight to g7. Oh, sorry, knight to a6. My bad. Then we have knight to g7, check. So the king is forced to move now, and the king moves over to d8. We have queen f6, and this was played to get rid of this knight because the knight is forced to take now. And then once the bishop comes in here to f7, it's over. It's black checkmated. There's no way to prevent that at all. And it is quite a great game, I would reckon. The Immortal game, the first of its kind. It really is quite astonishing to see a checkmate like this. Normally you see the queen coming in or something or other and just taking away all the king's squares. But this is a quite a beautiful checkmate. Really, there's just I like the way that Anderssen just attacked, attacked, attacked. Black didn't have time to castle. Of course, he did at the start, but he didn't realize. I don't think Kieseritzky realized the attacks that White had here. But there we go. That was a great game. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'd really love it if you did. Really appreciate it. Highly appreciate it, actually. I hope you enjoyed the game. I know I did. And I'll see you next time. Take care.